Hello there. Alright. I'm sure it's gonna be an interesting game. Because, so far I mean, the acting is great. The writing, I don't know yet. But I do like this game so far. I'm sure the music would have been great. Silly people making soundtracks and stuff. Oh well. And yes, I'm sure the German lessons will be very interesting today. Still don't know why I'm learning about dragons eating souls and people's dreams. It's, well, it's very specific vocabulary, and I still don't know what they're going for. But I've got a feeling that there's going to be more of that. Because if I remember correctly, the entire bookshelf is a collection of books from his grandfather. So there's probably more than one book up there. Either way. It's just interesting, for sure. Haven't really had this sort of having English-speaking actors try and teach me German situation yet. So, and thank you. I still like it a lot. I'd say it's one of my favorite t-shirts. So, yeah. Not to brag, but it kind of is. So, yeah, I just really like it. Doesn't mean that the design is that different from any other t-shirt. I just am very much attached to this one. So, it might be for sentimental reasons that I just prefer this one out of my collection. So I wear it a lot. So you'll be seeing it a lot. As you already have since I got it, like, a month ago. Anyways. So. I'll start up the game. Alright. So, restart. Why is the music back on? Pretty sure I switched that off. Thank you, game, for remembering that. Good job, game. Alright. All of that is still the way it should be, I think. I'll switch it off and on again, just in case. Wait. Okay. Voice is just always on. Alright. And everything else seems fine. But yeah, it seems it doesn't really do settings that well, for whatever reason. So,
how's it hanging, bud?
Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks. You know that, Knight?
I'm starting to get that impression. You been feeling okay lately? You look like hell.
Me? You know, I can't sleep at night, what with thinking about the case and thinking about Annie.
I can relate.
oh, I think that's his ex. Right?
Played any b-ball lately?
Does it look like it? I'm so out of shape, I'd probably have a coronary just looking at a ball.
I'm out of it too. We should play sometime. Get back into shape.
Man, I'd love to, Knight. I'll let you know if things ever settle down.
Yeah. it is interesting to see all the different voices actors can do. Honestly, I don't know how they do it.
Anything else new?
They just have one set of vocal cords.
Sorry I don't have more time to chat, bud.
But yeah, I don't know. There's Mark Hamill in this game too. If I'm not completely mistaken, it's this guy. So, yeah, I think I might have recognized Tim Curry. But not Mark Hamill.
Anything else new?
So,
Just work. Sorry I don't have more time to chat, bud.
yeah, neither one seems... their voices just don't seem that recognizable to me in this game. I don't know why. I have no clue how they're doing it, so... Are you trying to imply that I don't know either of those actors? Because if so... Shush. Because incorrect. I mean, I obviously don't know them, like, in person. Never seen them in person. But, well. Well, I do know Tim Curry. So, there's that. Sorry to disappoint. I mean, I guess my t-shirts don't generally show up that well on stream, but I have several Rocky Horror Picture Show t-shirts. And I used to have a poster. I don't know where it went. Well, a Rocky Horror Show poster. So there's that. Alright. Can I look around?
Logs of unsolved cases, perhaps? Mosley must have 1,000,000 of them. Mosley's bookcase holds old magazines and binders.
And I've seen it in person twice. You probably didn't expect that either.
Mosley's office looks a lot like his room at college.
Hello. But I think he also had like a cameo role in some other shows that I've watched. So I think there might have been one Criminal Minds.
Police department memos and other didactic blurbs. Mosley's desk has more groin on it than on his head.
Is that a microwave?
A microwave.
Yep.
If Gabriel knows Mosley, is used exclusively for frozen corn dogs.
Yes, I have seen things. I'd say more familiar with the like musicals that are seen as classics than with all the movies, since there's way more of those. Well, I have watched one Broadway performance in the US. In New York. You know, Broadway. So, yes, I have been to Broadway. Anyways, did I miss anything here?
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Well, not not that many of the super old ones, but I've seen a fair amount of the big musicals. Some of them in person, some of them, well, filmed versions or like actual movie versions. Yes, obviously I know Phantom. How wouldn't I know Phantom? That's like basically the main famous musical out there. So, wouldn't recommend that movie though.
Do you have any idea what Caprice encore means?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
So, and no, I have not. Didn't say I've watched all the things, because I haven't. I'm aware I haven't. It's just a matter of, like, percentage-wise of the big classics. I'd know more of the musical ones than the general movies. Or books, even. So.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Okay. Nice. Progress.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
Okay.
It's not Gabriel's.
I said I
The suit does.
definitely wouldn't know as many of the classic books as I know the musicals, percentage-wise, so yeah. I basically said that it's going to be unlikely I know the classics for literature, because, well, I have read some in school, but I definitely haven't really tried to read up on them outside of that. So.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
So, what's it like being a policewoman?
The glamour never ceases.
Great question.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Well, pretty much, yeah.
You know, that uniform looks great on you.
Uh-huh. Is that a compliment, or are you asking to borrow my dress?
It's a compliment.
Well, you just never know around here. Thanks, but I'm married.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo Murders file? Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if he said so.
Yeah, basically, the books I've read in school, well, the big classics, I
There
think
it is. You
I...
can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay?
Yeah, great.
And no photocopies
Yeah,
either. I'm
shush.
afraid.
Shush,
Of
whatever.
course. I understand completely.
So, I can get her to go into the office. How could I get the other guy to leave? I mean, maybe he just doesn't mind. But, what I was going to say is, the books I read in school, basically, the only classics I actually like are the Sherlock Holmes books, and, yeah, it's a very thick book. I think I used to have it. I'm not sure if I still have the book. But I was planning on reading it eventually. I just never really got around to it. I like the musical though. has some great music. Anyways, yes, talking about books. We talk about all kinds of things. And do you think the actual original books by Arthur Conan Doyle are not classics? Then what are they? Just famous? Or they just exist and get quoted a lot? But anyhow, keep getting sidetracked. I read those books before we started reading any of that stuff in school, I think. But I'm not entirely sure. Like, maybe we read one of the short stories first? Can't remember. But yeah, I mean, I, unlike my English teacher, actually liked those books. She was not a fan. So... no, I haven't read it.
File, please.
And... wait, I'm not allowed to go...
Don't leave the room with that file, please.
Fine. Not even allowed to go into that room. Fine. So, I might actually not be able to photocopy it. Well. I'm not talking about the show, Sherlock. I'm talking about the books. So. As in, the Sherlock Holmes books. Starting with Study in Scarlet. Whereas the show's first episode is called Study in Pink. I know my Sherlock Holmes books, so yeah. I definitely don't know them by heart because I haven't been reading that much recently. But I have definitely read that one. And Sign of Four. I think I wanted to read Hounds of Baskerville, but didn't get around to it. Either way, I have all the ebooks and stuff, so. I have some physical books too, but not all of them. Either way, I do like the books, and I really should read them again if I get the time. But not anytime soon. I've been rather busy. But yeah, I don't know what to do with these things. Can I use the notepad or something on it?
Those two objects would have no effect on each other.
Fine. Magnifying glass?
Gabriel can see that just fine without magnification.
So.
This
We have
is
the other books I've read because of school. I didn't really enjoy most of them.
The police file contains partial patterns from the first 6 voodoo murders.
And yes. I'm not a huge fan of the narrator, but...
don't leave the room with that file, please.
It's fine.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
What if I take it again?
That file stays in this room.
Yes, it does. What if I try and photocopy it? Is she going to get upset with me?
I told you, you can't photocopy official police files.
Fine.
Right. Sorry. I forgot. I'm done.
Wow, he can teleport.
Yeah, thanks.
The door works pretty.
Alright, so why is he teleporting now? I don't think he was teleporting in the previous stream. So... I don't know. Can I talk to him about the final?
Anything else new?
Just work. Sorry I don't have more time to chat, bud.
Okay.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
You're
Still no updates. Well, fair enough.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
What else do you want to know?
I mean, those are very interesting to read.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
Sure, no problem.
And they're basically just
The suit doesn't
small
open.
novels. Can I interact with the suit?
It's not Gabriel's size or style.
I'll let you get back to it.
Later, Knight.
So... I mean... I'd say having a leather jacket like that alone would make you stand out quite a bit. Not saying that those aren't still sold. I actually know a store that sells long leather coats. So, they exist. But, I would say it would be a bit silly to be wearing that all the time. So. I still don't have a camera or anything like that. Oh, you are wearing one of those. Alright. I mean, you do you, but hope you're not trying to, not stand out. Because it's maybe not the way to go. Wearing like a knee-length leather coat is a bit extravagant. So, I'm thinking there might be camera in the attic.
How wonderful of you to stop by.
Or expecting there to be one, in his
Can't
store.
Stay away from you,
I mean,
man.
he's an author.
Make yourself at home, son.
Maybe I can borrow the police camera?
I'm going up the attic again.
Enjoy yourself, dear.
So... I mean, it's quite the collection of things, so... Who knows?
Gabriel doesn't want to take the clock.
So... Still don't know what the individual ones are supposed to look like.
Using that on the clock won't help.
Nope. Alright.
A ring of 6 symbols surround the face of the clock. A sword, a sun, an angel, a noose, an eclipse, and a dragon.
Okay. Sword, sun, Angel, Noose, Eclipse, Dragon. Interesting. I mean, I'll probably have to figure out the orientation somehow. And the time. Or, I mean, maybe it's supposed to be in a specific orientation, the circle, and then have the... are they called hands? I think that might be the word. Either way, have the thingies pointing at them. Hands, yes. My vocabulary doesn't fail me. Yet. Well, at least it hasn't. Today. Just yesterday, but not today. Oh well, fingers crossed. My grammar is gonna fail me a lot though.
Gabriel doesn't want to take the clock.
So, can I open this
The
thingy?
clock won't
It looks like
open
a
that
drawer.
way.
Well, you can try and guess. That's kind of tradition over here, so yeah. I confuse people. But yeah, I still need to figure out that clock.
Well, Gran, I better get going.
And I didn't see
All
anything
right,
that
dear.
looked like I could pick it up. So. I'm guessing there's something inside the clock that I need to get to. Might be a key, a piece of paper. No clue. Probably not an elephant. Because, well, it's not that big.
There is nothing to open or close the...
Okay. Alright. I mean, it looks like 2 curtains on a door. I don't know why there'd be 2 curtains. Like one on either side. That seems a bit weird to me, but well.
Could you give me a blessing?
Do you feel the need for a blessing, son?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right, if it will comfort you.
The priest blesses Gabriel through the confessional window.
Peace be with you, son.
Thank you, Father.
Okay. Can I question him?
The confessional is empty, and there does not seem to be a priest behind the window right now.
Really now? Well, he left quick.
Gabriel cannot take that.
I mean, I guess I've seen them in movies, but just not too familiar with them. So. Especially with that layout. Because, I mean, over here the booths are... well, they're like a piece of furniture, I think. Not, like, built into the wall like that. So.
Why, you nasty thing, you. I'll call the police, I will.
Hey, stop picking on me! I'll tell my dad!
And I'm not sure they're even still in use. I mean, currently, very unlikely for them to be in use at all. But I think they might be stopping the use of those specific ones. But, I mean, don't ask me. Yeah, I'd say over here you still see them, but I can't remember ever seeing one in use. So... Wait, so where does this exit go? Curtains again, probably. Or, nope, that's just leaving the church. Alright. Well. Alright. Well, I'm not from Norway. But thank you for saying I have a fairly neutral accent, whatever that means. In my experience, I tend to pronounce things in, like, lots of different accents, and I don't even just stick to one specific pronunciation for individual words. So...
I knew you'd miss me, so I came back.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside in June. I could smell you from here.
That's another reason not to wear those. Not surprised. Didn't know what season it was, but yeah, don't wear knee-length leather coats in June. And you can try and guess. Seems we've got, well, several contestants this time. But yeah, it's basically a tradition on this channel, since it's a common question, and yeah, I just think it's fun to hear where people think I'm from. And no, I am not from the Netherlands. Well, I'm not from Greece, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that. Anyways. No, I'm not from Germany. Not from Belgium.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
European. Okay. Don't know what that means. That's like saying, oh, I don't know, you... Something tastes like a vegetable, like... There is no one standard vegetable. So, what does that even mean? No, it's not. Cauliflower is the standard vegetable. Alright. But yeah, there's no standard European language, and the languages are all very different from each other. Sometimes even, like, completely different alphabet. So... sounds like a very human language, yes. And no, I'm not Czech. English is not the standard European language, especially now that, well, there's, well, I guess, is the, I don't know what the native language of Iceland would be. Guess it's probably not English. I wouldn't know. I'm really bad at stuff like that. Either way, I remember hearing that, the whole political change going on in the EU caused issues, like, there possibly needing to be another country that steps in to go, we want everything translated to English instead of our current language. Because otherwise there won't be English versions of EU documents anymore. So, I just thought that was kind of funny. I don't know how that has changed. But yes, I am from Austria! Wow, you got it. But, yeah. Yes. Well, I mean... I didn't say I wasn't from there. So...
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Could you see what you can find out about a woman named Malia Getty?
The name Getty sounds familiar. What's your interest in her?
Oh, just, stuff about the voodoo murders. If you could get an address...
Mm-hmm. They're murders. Right. I'll see what I can find out. Anything else?
Nope.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Alright.
Well... it's about closing time.
So it is. Good night, Gracie.
Okay.
Good night, Gabriel. And try not to dream, okay?
It looked like she was smashing her head against the desk when she got up and took her bag. And I'm not aware of one. I mean, well, I don't actually know where that one scene from, Eye of No Mouth was set. Technically, it could have been Austria, I don't know. I'm not sure they specified it any way at all. And I guess some of the Indiana Jones stuff might have been set there. I don't know where the castle was set. It's been a while. And I meant the one specific scene that was, like, the memory type situation. So, yeah. I just don't want to give away too much, in case anyone here has not played the game and wants to and doesn't want to know about this sort of thing.
Good morning. Don't you look swell today? Actually, swollen.
Wait, swollen?
So have some. There's a fresh pot on the table. Seriously, you look like hell. Your hair is sticking straight up like a... Oh,
Charming.
it always does that. Never mind.
Uh-huh.
Did you dream about the fire and the hang guy and that lion thing last night?
Leopard, not lion. Did you get anything on Malia Getty?
Well, I did get her address, but you're a little out of your league here, big fella. The Gettys own 3 local hospitals, just to name a few of their assets. They run in very high circles.
Did you get an address?
I got the address. I suppose this has nothing to do with the fact that Malia Getty is incredibly gorgeous. I should have known you wouldn't go for a rich, ugly socialite.
And that address is...
Hey, far be it from me to postpone your total humiliation. It's 557 West England. That's the Garden District, Estate City.
That's all I wanted to know. And yes, my dear, Malia Getty is the most dangerous-looking diversion I've ever seen. Ouch!
Ay, men.
Okay. Yes, the ouch.
Seen any good movies?
I saw a great documentary last night on pyramid excavations.
You mean small, dark places that haven't been touched in centuries? Sounds right up your alley.
Well, it did help me gain a better understanding of your mind.
Did I ever tell you that you're actually quite attractive?
Be still my heart.
Had any customers lately?
No, but I'm sure you have.
You know, you really should get out more.
But then who'd take care of St. George's?
Or me.
Exactly.
Oh, done anything interesting lately?
By your definition? No. I prefer it that way.
Keeping busy?
Not really. If you need any research done, let me know.
Did I ever tell you that you're actually quite attractive?
Be still.
Alright. There. Too much clicking.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
So, messages?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Could you do...
Sure. What?
Nope.
I can't think of...
Okay.
Guessing the rest does not change, so.
There's no...
Yeah, don't talk to the door, use the door.
See you later.
Uh-huh.
Why are you disappointed? Well, I mean, it doesn't seem that far off. So, he might try that at some point. I'm sure it would work so well.
Gabriel can't get inside unless he's invited.
Is he a vampire or something?
The knocker is firmly attached to the front door.
Fine, use the knocker.
May I help you? I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
I do have official business?
I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
Do I have this photograph?
Does this do anything for you? No, it does not.
How about a super graphic crime scene photo?
Does this do anything for you? No, it does not.
Not impressed. Alright. How about some drawings?
Gabriel isn't the artist his father was. He can sketch
Yeah, well,
just as I thought.
dang it. Alright, he didn't want to see the drawings. Okay, I'll try again.
May I help you? I've got important business with Miss Getty. Yes, I'm waiting for some evidence of that, sir.
Yeah. Sketches. Nope. Fine. I guess I don't have anything to prove it. Actually, can I just walk around the house?
This is private property.
Fine.
Gabriel.
Guess not. At least I know where it is now. So, do I take some of the sand?
The police have already taken samples of the blood. Mosley will be able to tell Gabriel if there's anything significant about it. Using that on the line.
Nope. So what could I use on the lines? Because I haven't actually been able to get him to look at it properly.
There seems to be a... But if there is a pattern...
Yeah, it's smeared, but I can't actually have him look at it. Just show me. Touch the lines.
Can't take...
Fuse the lines.
There is not...
Poke the lines.
Gabriel can't move the lines on the ground.
Oh, that's move. Okay. I guess that makes sense, but they could have just used move and... No, they could have just combined these two, basically. Yeah. Well, having two different talk commands, it works, but it's just inconvenient. And yeah, these two, not so great.
Gabriel wouldn't get far on foot.
Yeah, just walk through the blood. Don't worry about it.
Welcome, my friend.
Hello?
I am the proprietor, Dr. John. If you have any questions, I will be happy to assist.
Great.
Wait.
My name is Knight, and I'll probably take...
Do his ears wiggle while he talks? Because it looked like they were wiggling independently. for no good reason. So. Oh, really? That's him. Alright. I did think that that voice sounded familiar. Now I know why.
Could I ask you some questions?
That is why I am here.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo? Or the voodoo currently practiced in the city?
All of it.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The killings in the newspaper? I know that they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans.
Okay.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical?
What?
Voodoo is a popular boogeyman, Mr. Knight, especially in New Orleans. Anyone can pretend to use it, just as anyone can pretend to be a black belt in karate, and for the same reason, to intimidate. I know voodoo in this city, Mr. Knight, and believe me, it is not about killing. Even the police have stated that the killings have nothing to do with local voodoo.
Okay.
So, you know...
I neither know nor care to know, Mr. Knight. My only possible interest is in how it might affect the public's attitude towards the museum. So far, it has not been an issue. No one has even had the bad taste to bring it up. Until you, that is.
So, you know nothing about the voodoo murders case?
I neither know nor care to know, Mr. Knight. My only possible interest is in how it might affect the public's attitude towards the museum. So far, it has not been...
But yeah. Well.
What do you think of New Orleans?
I guess he doesn't really know that much about it after all.
in the United States as far as I am concerned.
The only one. Seems about right.
What is it about New Orleans that you so admire?
It has a real culture of its own, Mr. Knight, amid the horrid blandness that is Americana. New Orleans alone has a voice.
Spoken like a true New Orleanian.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know anything about it, so wouldn't have known that.
Do you have anything else to say about New Orleans?
I have already given you my opinion, Mr. Knight.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It is one of the important ceremonial nights in voodoo.
Okay.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I am afraid I do not know the origins of St. John's Eve. I only know that it was a night of ritual long before voodoo came to New Orleans.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I am afraid I have little else to say about that subject.
What else can you tell me?
I am
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
I fear my French is not all it should be, Mr. Knight.
Dang it. Nobody knows.
You're sure you haven't heard the term Cabri Saint-Gar?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
You're sure you haven't...
Fine, he's sure.
Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
What is it you wish to learn?
Why did you open a voodoo museum?
The subject has fascinated me all my life, and I wanted to help preserve the cultural heritage it represents.
And really? Because you spell heart differently in French, if I remember correctly. I mean, I had French for several years, and my French skills are non-existent. But if I do remember that part correctly. Yeah, you don't spell heart C-O-R in French. Could be wrong, but well,
What kind of background in voodoo do
maybe
you have?
it's like, I don't know,
Let us say that I cut my teeth
different
on
dialect or
it.
something.
It is in my blood.
Do you do anything besides run the museum?
No. The museum
Okay,
does not make
fine.
me a rich man,
Fair
but
enough.
my material needs are simple. I prefer to focus on my one true interest in life.
What are your own religious beliefs?
See ya.
My beliefs are too personal and too complex to discuss with a layman, Mr. Knight.
Alright.
Just tell me anything.
I am originally from the West Indies myself, you know.
Really? What brought you to New Orleans?
I was drawn here for personal reasons.
Just tell me anything.
I am a vegetarian.
Really? I can't imagine living without meat.
That must be the hunter in you, Mr. Knight.
Just tell me anything.
I do
Yeah,
not
exactly.
care for small talk, Mr. Knight.
That's the one I remember. I guess makes some amount of sense to have a different word for the organ, but alright.
Just tell me anything.
I am not an easy person to get to know. I am a very private...
Yeah, exactly. The words are very close,
Isn't
so...
that unusual for someone in the museum business?
Not at all. My displays speak for me.
Just tell me anything.
Not everyone can come see the museum, so I occasionally do public speaking on the subject of historical voodoo.
Not
Anything
everyone
coming
can
up that I
go
might
to the
attend?
museum?
No,
What's stopping them?
but then you have me all to yourself right now, do you not?
Just tell me anything.
Yes.
I am originally...
There.
Really?
Now he's done.
Actually, I can't think of a thing.
Then let us discuss something else.
Agreed.
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the beginning.
Alright.
And will go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade, but African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves. But the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively. The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importing of slaves from that region.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be a historical
how
lesson
did
here.
voodoo come to New Orleans?
After the Louisiana Purchase, American legislators relaxed regulations. Slaves were permitted to gather. The Americans also removed the ban on West Indies slaves. Around the same time, a slave revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now Haiti. Between the lifting of the ban and the Haitian revolt, West Indies slaves began pouring into New Orleans. Some of them were free people of color, freed or escaped slaves. Some came with their white owners who were fleeing from the revolt.
What happened when the West Indies slaves got here?
They brought voodoo with them. The native slaves were more than enthusiastic about embracing it. It gave them power, Mr. Knight, if only in the form of a communal bond. Among the first meeting places were the Bayou Saint John and the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The early voodoos were heavy snake worshippers, worshipping the one they called the Great Zombie.
Really now? Okay. French is, well, an interesting language for sure. And I am listening, but not gonna remember all of this, cause just giant information dump.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
By 1817, the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners. An ordinance was passed to forbid slave gatherings except in designated public areas at designated times. The time was Sunday afternoons and the place Congo Square. The slaves and free people of color gathered to dance simulations of their voodoo dances right in sight of Creole society. Of course, they also continued to meet in private for the real thing.
The real thing. Being mysterious.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
There were a variety of kings and queens at first, voodoo priests and priestesses. But from about 1830, a single power emerged. This was a voodoo queen named Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau ruled voodoo in New Orleans for many years.
Okay.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
I've given you as much detail as I
Alright,
can,
fine.
Mr. Knight. Look around the museum if you desire more information.
Tell me about current voodoo.
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo and is only a part of true voodoo. Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly. There are several voodoo churches or temples in the city, and others all across the United States. African Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in their religion, are attracted to it because they think it is exotic. I, personally, am more interested in the history of voodoo. Some of the new movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo. But it is the voodoo of New Orleans that I find so intriguing.
And yes, they better send me a degree of, like, voodoo history or something.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
There were actually two Marie Laveaux, mother and daughter. Most people thought they were the same woman. Her continued youth added to the mystique. The original, the mother, was also known as Widow Paris. It was she that began the empire. When the Widow Paris began to practice, there were many voodooans in the city. By 1830, she was voodoo queen of all New Orleans.
Okay.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Widow Paris was a hairdresser for rich Creole ladies. She also paid household servants to spy for her. Between the two, she knew everything about everyone who mattered in New Orleans. She was not above using her information to appear psychic, to intimidate, or even to blackmail.
You sound as though you admire her.
For a black woman in the mid-1800s to gain power is an incredible thing, Mr. Knight. However she achieved it.
And, my t-shirt says spiders on the first line. It says more stuff below that, but, well, it's not on camera, so guess you'll never find out.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
Well, I guess now you'll
A pet
find
snake,
out.
danced with it,
Oh well.
She held traditional voodoo ceremonies out by the lake. She took herself seriously. Very seriously.
I think that's still
But
the
she was
old
not above
URL.
selling tickets for her events to curiosity seekers. She was not above using voodoo any way she could to make money. That is for certain. But if she had been in another line of work, in another age, that would have been interpreted as entrepreneurial genius rather than a sign of fraudulence.
Hey, you don't need to convince me. I admire anyone that can actually make a living. Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
It was Marie Laveau who defined the voodoo that is truly and uniquely the voodoo of New Orleans. She invented hundreds, if not thousands of spells, potions, charms, and incantations. These form the basis of the modern practice, not to mention the folk tradition of hoodoo.
Okay. Anything else?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
Her daughter, Marie Glapion, took over when the widow Paris got old. Most people thought it was the same Marie Laveau. Both Maries encouraged that point of view. The widow Paris died in 1881. Marie Glapion had been reigning a long time by then. After the death of the widow Paris, other voodoo queens surfaced, and by 1890, the cult was fragmented again. Marie Glapion just sort of faded away.
Okay.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Laveau tomb, where one or both of the Maries are believed to be buried, is in St. Louis Cemetery number 1.
I think I've seen
It is a
it.
popular shrine for practitioners and tourists alike. I myself take tours through the cemetery on a regular basis.
Really? Do you have any running this week?
No, but the cemetery is open to the general public as well.
Yeah, I've been there. I've seen it. Whatever.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
You have heard everything about Marie Laveau that a layman might expect to understand.
Stop calling me a layman. I get it. Yes.
What exactly
I don't know
is
things.
hoodoo?
I know.
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many of the Grigri are similar, but hoodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
So.
Is there anything else I should know about hoodoo?
Not if your interest is primarily in voodoo. Hoodoo is of interest to those who study rural folk traditions, but it will not aid you in understanding true voodoo.
Okay.
Is there anything else I should...
Not if you're interested.
Fine. Well, so much information. I don't even know what's going on at this point.
The Historical Voodoo Museum is brimming with items authentic and original. An official voodoo wishing stump. Rabbit and make a wish, a card says.
Funny, I say the same thing to women. He's got more hair than Mosley.
I have absolutely no clue what you guys are talking about. I've been busy trying to learn about voodoo, okay?
On the back table.
Looks like Jack Nicholson. That must be Marie Laveau.
A very large, very formidable-looking snake.
And yes,
It's secured
yes.
in a plexiglass cage.
It's very convenient for me.
A beaded gourd is on display.
Okay.
A beaded gourd is on...
I think I've seen one of those, like, in music class. Didn't know they had any sort of significance, to be honest. Well,
I'll be going.
Come back again.
so. Maybe there's someone else here now. Nope. The exact same people sitting in the exact same spots. Alright then.
Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
So.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
Sure. She's kind of the patron saint of voodoo in New Orleans. Don't know too much about her, but tourists sure get off on all that stuff.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
There's a voodoo museum in town. They'd know more about it than I do.
Have you ever...
There's a...
Fine.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game?
Okay.
Is it a game?
Still can't talk to him. Alright. I'll leave. Or try to.
Gabriel cannot...
So, cemetery time. What's all this stuff?
Food, trinkets, and more unsettling things have been left at Marie Laveau's tomb as offerings from believers.
Yeah, and there's all this stuff. I think I already took a picture of this yesterday. So I'll just double check. Yep, I did. Are they now? Wow. So, what's that?
Saint Louis Cemetery.
Fine. Whatever.
This is the tomb of Marie Laveau. Odd-looking marks adorn the...
So I can't look too closely at it.
This is odd-looking...
Yes, odd-looking marks. So... I don't think there was anything else that I could really interact with. I mean, is that a snake? I guess it is. What else would it be?
A marble snake. Now that's cheerful.
I don't know why it would be any less cheerful than a marble, like, antelope. Or random other animal. What's wrong with a marble snake?
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Oh, bienvenue, Madame Casino. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker. I'm certain someone's buried a sleep knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink in weeks.
Oh, don't that beat all? Well, you're gonna need some easy night candles then.
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough. But you burn those candles too, and you gonna whip any old no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them round to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. Oh, I've been in misery.
You put 9 pinheads up in a little box, add a pinch of graveyard dust, and put it under her front porch step. That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefebvre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache. I have the pins and the dust right here if you want 'em.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none neither. Now does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
Okay. So. That one's an interesting conversation.
So, this is a voodoo store, huh?
Voodoo? No, man, this is a curio shop. The things you see here are from local folklore. None of it's real, I tell you for sure.
Uh-huh.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
He likes to, well, let people think it's real there.
That customer of yours, the little old lady,
Customer?
the woman I saw in here, Madame Cazonou, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
Well, like, she came in off the street too.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
Marie, she's somebody from the old days. One of those folk tales. Oh, the tourists eat it up, non?
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
I don't know much, monsieur. Someone at Voodoo Museum can tell you all about her.
Well, I've already been there.
It's important that I talk to Madame Cazonou. You see, I'm doing some research and...
I can't tell you anything about her.
It's important.
I can't
Fine.
Tell me about yourself. How did you get into this kind of business?
Why should I discuss my business?
So, I think that's the only one that's changed. I can ask him again.
What did you mean when you said Cabri sans corps?
I didn't say that.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
Okay. So, let's see. Gotta check the store again.
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
Oh boy, party time.
I still like her attitude. It's refreshing.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
I need you to look up a Madame Cazeneuve.
Madame Cazeneuve? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend, Malia Getty, was?
Grace, Cazeneuve is at least 70.
As if that makes a difference. Okay, I'll see what I can find.
Good
Anything
point.
else?
Good point, though. Doesn't seem like something that would make a difference to him.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you just heard everything I know about her.
Well, that was plenty.
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Nobody wants to talk to him. Oh well. So.
Gabriel doesn't need anything from the bookshelf.
No books here.
Gabriel,
No.
Gabriel, mind his...
No.
The beads wouldn't be much help.
I don't think putting on a Mardi Gras mask right now would help.
Yeah, maybe later.
Gabriel might as well leave. There's nothing.
Yes, I don't think I missed anything in here. Could be wrong though. I mean, right now she's looking up the address of the lady, the customer at the voodoo store thing. So, I mean, I could try and save the, if I can find anything out with the books.
Don't hurry back on my account.
Hey, Grace. Here I am.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
So, did she find out anything yet?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
I guess not.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Nope. Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess she's not done yet. Like a minute or two wasn't enough time. Fair enough.
Gabriel find those popular authors very mediocre. As though they would care.
Is it going to be a different book this time?
Gabriel selects a volume of German poetry that he always found strangely compelling.
Drei Drachen.
Yeah, it's still the same one. Any different dictionary I can pick up?
Gabriel...
Let's see.
Nope. Still the same one.
Gabriel...
Spiel.
Still the same one. Well, I mean, it's just that one poem that he's interested in. That's it. Just that one.
3 snakes in a skull. Gabriel's father painted it.
What a wacky, offbeat kind of guy Daddy was.
I mean, it seems like a great painting. Can I take this book? The orangey one right there.
Gabriel does not want to work on the damaged books right now.
Okay. Well, would have been very entertaining to get that book specifically.
Times-Picayune, dated June 19, 1993. A front-page article describes the most recent of the voodoo murders. Gabriel scans it but learns nothing new. The article reiterates that the voodoo aspect of the crimes is fake. Gabriel shivers. It looked real enough to him. Elsewhere, there's an article about the history of Jackson Square.
Okay.
Called La Plaza d'Armas. Under French rule, it was used for
that one.
executions, firing squads, hanging, even impalement and breaking on the wheel. Yikes. Of course, these days it's mostly a hangout for tourists, street musicians, and local artists. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Chances of a dark star rising on this day. Do not trust your instincts.
I feel a dark star rising, all right.
What was that? That sound. 10 out of 10.
See you later.
Have fun.
Should be everyone's notification sound from now on. So the police officer isn't there anymore. Is he tap dancing? Or is it just the sound being silly because I have the music off?
Could I get a lucky dog, please?
Not now, I'm busy.
Okay.
An unambitious person? In the 90s? Amazing.
Well, it sounds kind of like tap dancing.
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yep, I mind all right.
Why?
Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh.
Okay.
Interrogating the little boy wouldn't be very useful.
Alright. Leaving that area. Ooh, that guy's painting. And this one's juggling? Can I talk to either one of them?
Could I ask you some questions?
I'd rather not. I really get focused when I'm drawing.
Okay, fine. Nice drawing of the cathedral.
Thanks.
It's really precise.
Well, I'm an architectural student, actually. It's good practice.
Alright. I mean, I don't really know
The juggler is busy.
how architectural students do things, since I am not one of them and I don't know any. So, yeah. Don't know if they need to be able to draw buildings that well. As in, like, draw them in a way that looks pretty, not like technical drawings. Because they're generally not that pretty. Wait, where is he? Oh, behind the pillar. Didn't know he could hide that well behind the pillar. So I think I tried the other curtain last time. Yeah.
The confessional is empty.
May I help you, my child?
Wait, is it? Is it empty? Doesn't seem like it's empty. Can I ask you a few questions?
Can I ask you a few questions?
The confessional is not the best place for interviews, son. You can contact the parish offices if you need private counseling.
I understand. Thanks, Father.
Is there anything else?
What's the phone number?
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it will make you feel better.
I've done some pretty rotten things to my friend Mosley.
Rotten? What do you mean?
Practical jokes, insults, among other things.
Being
I
a
see.
big meanie.
Are you sorry?
Well,
No.
Pray for forgiveness and say 3 rosaries. Is there anything else?
nope, that's it.
Goodbye, then. Peace go with you.
Okay.
The confessional is empty.
Alright, so now it's actually empty. Somehow. Makes sense to me. What if I use the other one now? Is that gonna work?
The confessional is empty.
Fine. Or, nope.
May I help you, my child?
Yeah, I'm totally not the same guy as on the other side. Don't worry about it.
Could you give me a blessing?
Are you in trouble, my child?
Is the Pope? Yeah. You could say that, Father.
Then I hope this helps.
The priest blesses Gabriel through the confessional window.
Peace be with you, son.
Thank you, Father.
Okay. Is that a giant hole in the back? What is that?
Gabriel cannot see a way to use that on the knot hole.
So it is. Alright. Look at it.
There's a knot hole about the size of a quarter in the wood paneling on that wall.
Okay. So seems like that might possibly mean something? I don't know. I mean, fine. I guess it's not actually a hole, but well.
That doesn't work that way.
And yes, sometimes I do okay with pixel hunting. Sometimes. Other times I ignore what's right in front of me and wonder why stuff isn't working. So, there's that. Well, it just seems strange for there to be a specific voice line about it being a knothole without there being any sort of way to interact with it. So, I think it might mean something. Somehow. I'll just have to figure out what that is. Oh. Alright. Stuff's happening. The tools are still here. Can I borrow some of those?
Gabriel is no handyman.
Oh.
He has an aversion to screwdrivers of the non-liquid variety.
I don't want to know. Thanks for the sub.
Mostly my man.
It's you, God help me.
And what? Did you just ask me to name your firstborn child or something? I didn't sign up for that. Yeah. Not gonna do that.
Anything else new?
Just work. Sorry I don't have more time to chat, bud.
Can I ask you about this show?
You're the writer. Ask away.
You sure it's a bad name? I mean, it seems fine to me.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Is she that red-headed chick that works at Freddy's?
No.
Then I don't know her.
Okay. That's the only one he knows.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
Fine.
How about getting me some coffee?
No way. Enough is enough.
Please, 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 pretty please.
All right. Just shut the hell up.
Actually...
Some people are never satisfied.
I'm scheming. I'll have to wait for him to come back, but, well, I'll be trying something out. Might not work, but I'll be trying it anyways.
Here, drink it.
Thanks.
So.
Can I ask you about some...
You're the right...
So,
I got
photographs.
those photographs you left for me.
So you said. Did you think of any other shots for the book?
Let's take another
there?
cop off the shot.
What for?
The
I
book.
don't think we got your best side.
Really? Okay. I'll have Franks come in again.
Well, you'll see in a second.
Franks, come back in here with that camera.
But the quick summary would be, if they're both in here, they don't see me taking the file out there.
Now what, sir?
That clown wants another picture. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. What else could I possibly have to do?
Nothing.
Anything else, Knight?
How about one of me and Officer Franks?
How about one of me and Officer Franks?
Gee, I don't know. Franks? Just kidding, Franks. You want to get me fired for sexual harassment, Knight?
Well...
Yeah, ha. Now, is there anything else, or can I let this lady go back to her desk?
I need to go check my hair.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Alright. And there's the file. I'll just take that.
Let me see that file again.
And use that on the photocopier.
Just want to check this machine here.
Putting the file back.
There's no point in using the pattern that way.
Putting the file back. There. Nice. And heading back in there, because I totally
Would you
didn't
just
do
get in
anything.
here?
Just checking my air. Don't worry about it.
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The suit doesn't open.
The door. Why did he have to hang his suit on
I'll
the
let
door?
you get back to it.
Have a good one.
So, I'll try him. He might
Hello, Dr.
recognize it.
Gilman. Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Do these marks look familiar?
They look like the scribbling of a child to me.
Okay, thanks.
Fair enough.
I'll be going.
Come back again.
Hi. Uh-huh.
Do you recognize this pattern?
Don't look familiar at all, sir.
Okay. Don't mind me, just showing around classified police stuff. I'm sure that's totally legal and won't get him into trouble or anything. Or, well, any of the officers. Yeah, so I'm sure this is perfectly fine.
You got something to say, son? Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Can I use it on this stuff?
Using that on the tomb wall.
Nope. Yeah, possible.
Does this mean anything to you?
No. Now beat it.
Check, son of a bitch.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
The other guy.
Does this mean anything to you?
Yeah, get away from me with her, will you?
Wait. None of them change their clothes ever.
No. Now, do you mind?
So...
Better not. Her boyfriend doesn't look too friendly.
Well, let's just say they're a bit suspicious.
Does this mean anything to you?
Can't say that it does.
Fine. Was hoping he'd know a bit more than that.
Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse. Come on, come on! I'm growing fungus already.
Shut up. You are a fungus.
Nothing like a good game of chess, huh?
Yeah, well, this isn't a good game. This is torture.
Oh well, have fun. Business picking up?
Some. Mostly locals, as usual. You're a sore loser, Sam.
Don't know why they're being so loud today.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
He's right.
Their game is interrupting my conversations, so...
Sure.
Well.
I'm not too busy at the moment.
Okay. Well... Can't really ask anything I haven't asked yet.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
Don't know what else I could say.
So... I guess he could show it to his grandmother. Oh, I could also show it to the...
My
well,
precious boy.
butler guy.
How wonderful of you to stop by.
Or security guard, I guess. Bodyguard.
Stay away from you, Gran.
No clue.
Make yourself at home, son.
I just noticed how huge those portraits are back there. Those are bigger than life size.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
I believe that was your father's, Gabriel. You keep it.
Okay.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
I can't not try it.
Gabriel doesn't want to upset his grandmother with that photograph.
Alright. Fair policy.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
I guess she doesn't know anything about hair gel.
Well, Gran, I better get going.
All right, dear.
Yes, I have to try. That's just how it works.
Using that on the
Okay. So, that's not the way to go here. Fine.
May I help you?
Okay. I'd like to see her.
I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
I do have official business.
I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business. Does this do anything for you? No, it does not, sir.
Okay.
Mind if I ask you a few questions? Yes, I do mind. I've got important business with Miss Getty. Yes, I'm waiting for some evidence of that, sir. I've got important...
Well, just trust the fact that I have it. Yeah, I don't really have anything that could convince him, so I'll just leave.
Just as I thought. Good day, sir.
So, what else could I do? We could check back at the store. Maybe she's found out something.
Hey, Grace. Here I am.
Oh, joy.
It's totally not just an excuse to talk to Grace.
Keeping busy?
Because she's awesome.
Not really. If you need any research done, let me know.
Well, I already told you to do research. How's that going?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Well, I guess she's still not done yet.
You have messages for me?
Nope.
Fine, and she's not done with the research, otherwise she'd probably tell me. So, can I operate the ladder? Or was that what got her to be annoyed with me last time? Yes.
If you try to look down...
Yes.
Hell, just trying to...
I know what you're trying to refresh.
Yes. Well, I'm just trying to get up there. Somehow.
The balcony floor needs work and is unsafe.
Fine. Yes, I already tried to do that. He said it didn't do anything for him. Which I thought was rather funny. Because, well...
I'm going
like,
out.
Gruesome murder crime scene photo. And he just goes, meh. So... where haven't I asked yet? Well, I guess I haven't shown the pattern to her yet.
Lucy, I'm home.
Oh, joy.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Is that a dragon?
Cute gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
Eh?
Fine.
Gabriel plans to turn the balcony into a schmaltzy cafe. If he ever gets the cash.
So, never.
All medical reference texts are stored on an upper shelf. Real old.
Can I use those?
The old medical reference books are useless to Gabriel, and apparently to his customers. That doesn't seem to be...
I think those are notes.
St. George books could use some serious renovation, but Gabriel...
No.
St. George...
Fine. That clock up there.
St. George books.
Oh well. Can't really interact with that many things in here. What's this tray?
St. George.
Nope.
Blessed caffeine.
Fine. I'll just get him more coffee.
The coffee has already been made.
Fine. Get the coffee.
Good coffee.
Okay. Anything I can do with the cup?
That doesn't seem to...
Guess not. And that...
My kidney's already floating, thanks. My kidney...
Fine. So... oh, can I move the ladder?
Moving that would do... moving that...
Why not?
Moving...
Fine. What if I move the chair? She might
Real
mind.
funny night.
Yeah, she minds. Alright.
There is nothing to move there.
Really? Really now? Can't move this ladder at all. Fine. Just want to look at the balcony. Even if I can't use it. Oh, actually, I haven't tried to use the cash register. Maybe I could actually get him money.
Gabriel, shut the refrigerator, please. I could smell it from here.
Women.
Yes, the women and their noses. How dare they have a sense of smell?
Gabriel might as well leave that here.
Writer's block.
Okay.
Gabriel might as well leave that here.
But yeah, it does sound like he really needs to clean out his fridge. Because, I mean, that's a while away, and if she smells it, it's like, what kind of rotting stuff does he have in there? Is it eggs or something like that? Maybe fish? Something really pungent, because, well. Either way, cash register.
Wishful thinking.
Okay.
Gabriel opens the cash register to examine the take. Or, in the case of St. George's books, the mistake.
Okay. Can I take this?
I trust you can live without this old gift certificate.
Knock yourself out.
Okay. Was that it? Anything else I might want?
Gabriel checks the drawer again, just in case life as we know it changed significantly since he last looked.
Well, for some reason it didn't sound like she thought it was a positive smell. So.
Gabriel, that's all the change money I have. Touch it, and you could kiss your hand goodbye.
Would I do that to you?
Gabriel.
Would I do that to you?
Fine. Fine. Kind of wondering whose money that is, because isn't he the owner of the bookstore?
I've got some things I need
Wouldn't
to
it be his money? They don't seem like they're co-owners or something. I mean, they might be, but I don't know.
The huge trees bear beards of Spanish moss.
Yeah, fine. Good point. But I don't know what to do with that gift certificate. Who would want that? Well. Maybe I can use it here.
Using that on the...
Fine. So, knock on the door. And then use the gift certificate to try and bribe him. I don't think it's gonna work.
May I help you? I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
Okay.
I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
Bookstore.
Does this do anything for you? No, it does not, sir.
Dang it.
Just as I thought.
Fine. So.
The $20 gift certificate for St. George's looks pitifully new and unused.
Wow. It's not very surprising. So, where could I go? Who could want that thing?
Hi. Uh-huh.
Could I buy his trust?
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
Yep. That seems to be the main issue. Nobody knows that bookstore exists.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
I mean, it might also just be too early to use that.
Does this mean anything to you?
I cannot say that it does.
And yes, that is what I am saying. Seems nobody knows about the existence of the bookstore, which means he doesn't have any customers, which, yeah, I'd say it makes sense. So, where could I go? Tricky as usual. Can I look at my inventory? No. But I have, well, the only new stuff I've gotten so far would be the copy of the police file and the gift certificate. No clue who'd want that. And nobody's been able to just tell me anything at all about the case file, so. Yeah, sure. In a big city, you have lots of bookstores. Just saying, it doesn't seem like anyone in this big city knows about this small bookstore. And yeah, I think I might need a hint, because I don't know where to start. And that's generally an issue. I mean, I should probably save since I haven't done that in a while. Well, what to do with the copy of the police file? That's probably the main hint I'd want. Why do I keep smudging my glasses? Silly me. And yes, I call myself silly too. Much better. So. Because I've tried this guy, I've tried that guy, tried her. Yeah, but it's not the first time I had my glasses off. Thing is, I can't see anything. Well, I'm not like 100% blind without them, but can't even see as far as my monitor without them. So. It's the second day. But yeah, if I ever do a stream without glasses, you won't really be able to see me at all, because I'll be, like, basically stuck to the monitor. So. Would be a bit difficult. Like, I could easily do a thing where I guess what's on my screen because I can't actually see it properly. Oh, true, the artist. Well, the thing is, slight height difference between camera and monitor. Camera is up here, monitor is the stuff below that.
Hey, come back here. Hey!
Wait, what? What just happened?
The artist would not appreciate Gabriel messing with his stuff while he's gone.
Okay. Look at it. Wait. What's going on?
The artist is off chasing his errant drawing.
Okay. Where'd he go? There it is.
Oh, unbelievable. Rotten luck.
Can I reach it? Because, I mean, he seems to be rather tall, so...
Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is.
Need longer arms. So, not tall enough after all.
Using that on the...
Can I climb the fence? I guess not.
The iron fence cannot be operated.
Okay. Not able to do anything right now. Is the same thing gonna happen again? Right, fine. Okay. I was just doing the this is a cutscene logo, but I guess so. Oh, whatever.
Could I ask you some questions?
I'd rather not. I really get focused when I'm drawing.
Okay, fine. Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
I'm kind of busy, and I don't normally do requests.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So. I guess I need to find a way to get this thing. And then he might do a request. How would I get that? I don't really have any kind of tool.
This is the last page of inventory.
So... Can I give him a gift certificate? Would that be enough? Go like, hey, I'm paying you in $20 worth of books. Might not work. But I can try.
What would the artist do with that?
Buy books. Obviously. But yeah, I don't know what kind of tool I'd need for that. Well, what kind of tool I'd need for that that's available in this game. Ah, Right. The probably not a tap dancer guy again.
These binoculars aren't going anywhere without a jackhammer.
Alright. Nope. Okay. Still don't know what these are for. I mean, sure, I can see the same stuff I can see at the park, but why though?
Saint Louis Cathedral. The original church on this site was built in 1724 and was named for Louis IX of France. That church burnt in the Great Fire of 1788. The present church dates from 1851.
Wait, it took them that long to rebuild it? I mean... Yeah, they were slow at building things. But that slow? True. So, maybe it just took them a while to get enough money.
Gabriel doesn't need any more rocks in his pocket.
He already has enough rocks. Well, let's agree to disagree on that part. So, what could I use to fetch that drawing? No items standing out to me in here.
You know, Sam, you're just about the...
Shut up, Marcus.
Oh, the park. Sure. Maybe there's a stick or something? Or I could possibly borrow a chair to climb over the fence. Just don't really know what I'm looking for. Can I move this thing?
There's no
No.
reason to do that to the lucky dog cart.
Okay. Maybe there's a gate somewhere. I mean, But you have to access that thing somehow, right? So how would they do that?
Gabriel can't bend the bars. He's too big to fit through them. And those spikes on top look sharp.
So I don't think I'll find anything to cut through the fence. So I think I'm trying to get over the fence. I don't see a stick or anything like that. Can I take this thing?
Gabriel
No.
doesn't want to take that out of the park.
Could I get a lucky dog, please?
Not now, I'm busy.
An unambitious person? In the 90s? Amazing.
You dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money, then.
I don't have any.
Don't block the view, mister.
Fair enough. Can I talk to these guys?
The band is too
No.
into their music. The band is too...
I have a gift voucher. Maybe he wants that.
using that on the
No,
sidewalk.
on the kid.
What would a little boy do with that?
Buy books. Obviously.
What would a little boy... Why would the vendor be interested in that?
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at St. George's Books, finest bookstore in New Orleans.
Really? I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you, if you'll give me a lucky dog.
A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate? Well, sure. Here you go.
Okay. Got food now.
This is the last...
You wouldn't like a lucky dog by any chance?
Would I? Thanks, mister. You got any special requests? Let me know.
Well, I do have a special request.
Interrogating the little boy wouldn't be very useful.
You mentioned something about special requests?
Yeah. You got one?
Can you fit through the bars around the statue? Can you do the Nutcracker whatever in D minor? I don't get it. How about when the saints go marching in? Yeah. Can you
fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite reach. Come on.
That doesn't sound creepy at all.
Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing.
Here you go. Yep.
See ya.
Nice.
It's a technical drawing of Saint Louis Cathedral.
It doesn't look that technical to me, but good enough.
There's nothing written on the drawing.
Yeah, then it's not a technical drawing. At least in my experience, technical drawings tend to have writing of some sort, even if it's just labeling the thing you're drawing. Going like, hey, this is this thing. Oh well.
The singles. Those two.
There. Oh.
This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, huh?
Yay! So, what can you do with this?
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
What do you need?
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
Pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
Okie dokie.
Enough of an explanation.
Area missing. If you could get me any more of these...
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. So...
This is the...
I need to get him more of the pattern. Is that right? I mean, it's progress. So I'll take it. But yes, I'll try and solve an actual murder case by a architecture student. Because everyone knows architecture students are the main way to solve crimes. Right?
Let me try to get this down.
Yay! I tried that last time, but it didn't work.
I want a copy of these strange marks.
Okay. So, back to the park. And up here. Good impression of that specific sound effect.
I have another one of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, this is great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great. I appreciate it.
Okay, what about these other patterns?
What would the artist do?
Fine, he doesn't want those. Okay. And it's a pretty nice game so far. I mean, it has its quirks, but it's a Sierra game. So.
Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Okay. No new dialogue options. I was thinking maybe handing in that thing would, well, create some new option, but I guess not. Whoosh! Thanks for the raid! How you doing? So, I'm currently trying to solve a serial murder type situation. So, it's going alright. I'm on day 2. And yeah, still no clue what I'm doing, but I do try. So, I've handed in the drawing. Anything else I might want to do today? Or just going back and calling it a day?
I knew you'd miss me, so I came back.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, it is confusing at times, that's for sure.
Keeping busy?
Not really. If you need any research done, let me know.
You're supposed to be working on the other research.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
So it seems I'm not done with this, though. Because, well... she's not saying it's evening. It seems... I'm missing something.
See you later.
Don't hurry back on my account.
So... yeah, she hasn't. But she's still asking me for new research projects for some reason. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but... well... she... might just be bored with the current project and wants an excuse to do something else instead. I could show this to people and try and make progress that way.
Do you know anything about these crosses? I think there's some kind of code.
Looks like a lot of hen tracks to me, man.
Fine. Well, I know who to ask though. I mean, who knows, maybe that guy even wrote the code.
Hello, Dr. John.
At this point, it wouldn't surprise me.
Turn to us, Mr. Knight.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
No. They look like nonsense to me. Where did you get them, if I might inquire?
I saw them scribbled somewhere. Just graffiti, I guess.
I see. By the way, I forgot to warn you, Mr. Knight. The local cemeteries are quite dangerous. Muggers, vandals. I would avoid going there alone if I were you.
Is that a threat?
Thanks for the advice.
I've been going there alone the entire time, so... I'm not sure about that. Maybe he's been watching me.
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Well, I don't think I've got anything new to talk about, though. Especially since he didn't recognize the symbols. So, I guess I could try the guy at the bar. He might know something.
I'll be going.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Mr. knows something about voodoo. According to the bartender. So, it's worth a try.
Does this mean
Thanks for
anything to
follow.
you?
Not really.
Nope, okay. Let's go.
Does this mean anything to you?
Can't say that it does.
Nope. I mean, I guess I could try and ask the guy who actually works at the graveyard. He might know. Like, it wouldn't be that far off for him to know something about it.
I'm sorry to bother you.
You got something to say, son?
Does this mean anything to you?
Sure. I see them marks all the time on tombs. Don't know what they mean, though.
Okay. So it's not just a one-time thing. At least it doesn't sound like it. So, who else could I ask about it? I mean... asked that guy, asked both of the, well, the people who might know something at the bar. I don't think the other people are going to talk to me at all, ever. I've asked this guy and that guy. I guess I could show them at the police station. Maybe they'd be relevant for evidence. Somehow.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Alright. Can I photocopy it?
There's no reason to photocopy that.
Is the map in any way accurate? I mean, it does show some street names and stuff, so... I wouldn't know.
Mostly my man.
Yeah, what is it, you wanker?
I found these strange symbols on Marie Laveau's tomb at St. Louis Cemetery No. 1.
I'm sure any extra voodoo stuff you dig up will make an interesting story, Knight, but I'd rather stick with the case at hand, personally.
Fine. Be that way.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Ciao, baby.
Their interactions are great.
Can you tell me anything about this?
Nope.
Okay. And the file is gone, so...
Why put that in the inbox?
I don't know. Why wouldn't I put it in the inbox? So I could try his grandma. She might know something. And the guy guarding
Gabriel,
whatever
come
her name
here.
was.
Hi, Gran.
Make yourself at home, son.
Yeah, exactly. When in doubt, ask your grandma. She knows everything. Just a walking encyclopedia at this point.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
Oh well, I guess it's meaningless. Alright.
Well, Gran, I better get going.
All right, dear.
So. This guy might know something, I don't know.
Gabriel can't get in. Gabriel.
I'm trying to use the door knocker. There. Thanks for following.
May I help you?
Alright, I want to see her.
I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but
And I do have official
I do
business.
have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
Fancy squiggly lines.
Does this do anything for you? No, it does not, sir.
Guess not. Alright. Can I do anything with them?
It's Gabriel's sketch of the series of crosses from the Laveau tomb wall.
Okay.
Those two objects would have no effect on each other.
Doesn't do anything. Alright. I'll just leave.
As I thought. A good day, sir.
Yeah, I mean, they were lovely squiggly lines. I don't know why he didn't want to look at them. Maybe I can use them over here.
Using that
Nope.
on the lines wouldn't be helpful.
Can't decode the other squiggly lines with these. Alright. Where else could I try them? I don't think I've shown them to her,
Lucy,
but I'm not sure.
Oh, joy.
Have you seen the squiggly lines?
Do you know anything about this?
No.
Nope. Alright. Who else could want them? I really don't know. I mean, I'll check the map again. Maybe I missed something. Or someone. It's quite possible.
I'll be back later.
Don't hurry back on
Alright
my
then.
account.
Do you recognize the squiggly lines? There, now lost you. So I could ask the other guys at the bar? But... the lady's researching the customer from this store. Old lady described to be in like her 70s. She was having voodoo issues. That one. You know the one.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Dr. John didn't
No.
seem too thrilled with those symbols the first time he saw them.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like he recognized that they came from the graveyard, though. So...
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Can't ask him about the graveyards there. Maybe I need to do something at the graveyard now that he warned me about getting mugged there.
Walk carefully out there, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, exactly. It would be very strange. But he also said not to walk there alone, and he's doing tours of the place. It can't be that dangerous then, right? No?
Gabriel cannot put his sketch back on the wall.
I'm not trying to put it back, I'm trying to decipher it. I guess the game just doesn't appreciate it. And this guy's just following me around. So, I haven't seen any other symbols. So,
Using
family
that on the
tomb?
tomb would be pointless.
Nope.
Gabriel doesn't want to throw that away.
But I could technically throw stuff away there. That's good to know. Alright. What could I want to do with a bunch of random symbols that don't really seem to make any sort of sense? I mean, if it's words, I guess it might be words. Because there are definitely repeating symbols. There's that one, and that one, and this one. So, I guess they might all be 6-letter words. Who knows? But trying to decode that thing without any other information, yeah, no, that's not happening. Like, I could try and figure out maybe 1 or 2 letters if I'm lucky. I don't know anyone who would be that great at deciphering codes in this game. So, I mean, if there's anyone, it would be her, but she doesn't seem interested in it.
Seeing you is killing.
But she does seem like the type of person who might want to decipher this thing. If she's bored enough, that is. So, anything else I could do? Yeah, probably. So, maybe that's too boring for her. Wouldn't blame her. Oh, I'm missing one. Interesting. Who could I be missing? So, Bryce, Desk Sergeant, Mosley, Grandma, Bartender, Willie, which one's that?
What do you know about the voodoo murders? What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Monsieur,
Oh, that guy. Alright. Whoopsies. So, Grace is shop lady, desk sergeant, well, yeah. This is the police officer guy, grandma, bartender, shop guy, empty. Museum guy and graveyard guy?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
I think that might be graveyard guy.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery, #1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins.
Yeah. That's the one. So who did I miss? Seems there might be a location that I haven't gone to, but like... And it's not about her looks, it's more about her behavior. She seems like she wants to research things and solve things. But that might just be my impression. So basically, she seems like a very curious person who might also be interested in trying to decipher a secret code. I don't know. She's very interested in doxing people, so... There's that. Alright. I don't have any phone numbers, I think. But maybe there's some person I'm supposed to be calling. Don't know where I'd get a phone number.
Gabriel,
there was a specific phone number for asking for, like, phone numbers, right? It's a bit before my time. Oh, right, phone book too, yeah. So, memory?
Gabriel never has figured out how to operate the memory function on this phone.
Okay then. Yeah, I don't think he has a phone book. 411, okay. Okay. Guess it doesn't work. Or does it? Like so far. Now what? Guess. Okay. Well. Didn't seem to work. So how many numbers are we looking for? So that's 5, 6, 7.
Robert?
No, it's not Robert.
Then get off the phone.
Alright, we're looking for 7 numbers.
The number you have dialed has been disconnected.
Okay. The other one was fun, so I had to try again. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna try all the numbers. That would take, I don't even want to calculate how long. It would be a while. And it would obviously depend on how fast I am at typing them all without making mistakes. Which...
Gabriel isn't interested in the books on the rack. The gargoyle is heavier than it looks.
Him walking up to it made me think he was gonna do something, but no.
Gabriel wouldn't dare touch Grace's oil paints.
But, like, Why not?
Gabriel cannot open or close that.
Fine, I'll look at the oil paints.
Grace keeps her art supplies here.
But why there? I guess this is her storage area somehow. Alright. Should he drink any more coffee? Apparently. So. Symbols.
Good coffee.
I could try the park again. Maybe someone else in the park knows what's going on?
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Don't hurry back on my account.
Because, I mean, that's the main place that has lots of people. So. Maybe there's someone around who could tell me something. Like this guy.
Why would the vendor be interested?
Nope. Well, that and the fact that there's just so many people around here and the artist is here. So that's why I'm trying the park.
What would the
Okay. This guy.
Does this mean anything to you?
The drummer looks blankly at Gabriel and continues his rhythm. Why do that with the juggler?
At least I could actually ask him. So maybe the bands?
The band is a
No. Hello. My Sunday is going alright. How have you been doing? Yeah, they're all in groups, so not willing to talk to me. Oh well. Haven't really figured out what to do with the random changing room place I can get into. The priest's changing room. I mean, it makes sense that they exist, but... well. Nice. Well, I used to play that game. I even used to stream it. It's been a while. But yeah, it's lots of fun though.
Why do that with the mirror?
I don't know, maybe it makes more sense backwards somehow.
Gabriel isn't interested in those books. Gabriel doesn't need the vase. Nothing on that shelf interests Gabriel. Nothing on... Gabriel doesn't need the bench.
Can I open the bench? Looks like there might be a storage cabinet.
Close that.
No. Can I take the cross?
The crucifix might come in handy. But Gabriel does not feel guilt-free enough to wield it.
Okay. So I want that, but I need to feel guilt-free first. Before stealing it. Alright. Time to make him feel guilt-free, I guess.
The confessional.
Come on. It worked last time. There it is.
May I help you, my child?
There.
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it will make you feel better.
I haven't paid my assistant for 3 months.
Ouch.
Have you had the money?
Nope.
Sounds like a matter for the court, son, not the church. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Goodbye, then. Peace go with you.
3 months? I'm impressed she's still working there. So... use? Anything? There.
May I help you, my child?
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it will make you feel better.
I haven't paid my assistant for 3 months.
So.
Have you?
Nope.
Sounds like... Is there any... Goodbye, then.
Alright. Seems that's the only thing he has to confess. Is he guilt-free enough now? Or do I need to find money first that I possibly stole from someone? You know, as you do. Why wouldn't I steal money to then pay my assistant with? So, guilt-free?
The crucifix might.
Nope, not guilt-free. So, do I need to ask for a blessing too? And yeah, makes sense. She probably doesn't want him to just get up and run.
May I help you, my child?
So...
Could you give me a blessing?
Would that comfort you, son?
It couldn't hurt.
Very well.
The priest blesses Gabriel through the confessional window.
Peace be with you, son.
Thank you, Father.
Anything else? I don't think he could pick it up. Or at least, well, it seems unlikely based on his track record. And he's just gonna stay here, isn't he? Yeah. I don't think those are that comfortable, so...
Why do that with the cherub? The panel behind the mesh window moves from the other.
Fine. So.
May I help you, my child?
I'd like...
Anything else?
A lot?
What?
Yes, Father.
More than...
What? Yes.
What?
More...
What was that confession? I need to get it again. I was skipping through it because I was pretty sure it was one of the two he'd already done.
The panel behind.
Silly me skipping.
May I help you, my child?
Okay.
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it will make you feel better.
I think I just need an overall apology to the universe.
I see. Apology noted.
Thanks, Father.
Is there anything else? Goodbye, then.
Okay. Yes, it's very important to apologize to the universe.
Behind the mesh window moves from the...
May I help you, my child?
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it will make you feel better.
I think I just need an...
Fine.
I see.
So I can't get back to that one.
Is there anything else?
Dang it.
Nope, that's it.
Goodbye, then. Peace go with you.
Well, the thing is, I need to know. So I'll just go back to an old save. Just for that, yes. I am that silly. Okay. And shush, music. There. Well, I'm trying. It's not going too well, but I'm doing my best. Yes. Well, it's an interesting game so far. Come on.
May I help you, my...
I'd like...
All right.
I've
There.
had a lot of women, Father.
A lot? More than 10?
Yes, Father.
More than 20?
Yes, Father.
More than 40?
Yes, Father.
Son, I don't think this is a matter for a priest. I think you need a good therapist.
Yes, Father.
Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Goodbye, then. Peace go with you.
Alright. So there. Now I know. Silly me for skipping that. But I fixed it. It's an interesting game. I like the acting. Bit confused with the writing sometimes. Not a huge fan of the narrator, but she sounds like she's trying.
The crucifix might come in handy, but Gabriel does not feel guilt-free enough to wield it.
If you say so. I mean, I don't know anything about it. So, I am planning on playing it eventually. First gotta get through this game. But then, sure. Oh, are the sequels that bad? Alright. I mean... I honestly don't know. You could tell me that he... I don't know... has his own zoo in the next game or something, and I... well... wouldn't know any different. So... yeah, I don't think I have anything that could change his mind.
Those two objects would...
Maybe the brick would be interesting to museum guy?
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Does this mean anything to you?
I cannot say that it does.
Oh well. Shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. Anything else? Oh, I could show him the crime scene photo.
Could you look at this and tell me if you recognize anything about the ritual?
This is truly offensive. This is from one of those recent killings, is it not?
Well, actually...
But the police already know that this so-called voodoo ritual is fake. Voodoo is a
Wait, is he
respectable religion. This
tapping him on the
has
forehead?
nothing to do with voodoo in this city.
Fine. Let's say that's true. Are you sure there's nothing about the items in this photo?
There is nothing about this sickness that I would identify as voodoo. Nothing.
Thanks for looking, then.
It looked like he was tapping on the forehead, but maybe that's just me being silly. It might be. Apparently it has happened before, me being silly.
Images
So.
haunt the pages of Philip Knight's sketchbook.
Yes.
Must have haunted his mind. The images touch a deep carve.
Yes. So, can I use the book here?
Does this mean anything to you?
I cannot say that it does.
No? Okay. Maybe I can show them to the architecture guy.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Maybe he wants to see those.
Yeah, Mr. Knight.
Still sounds like a threat. I could also try it on this guy, if I haven't shown him. Like, hey, wanna see my sketches?
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
I've already shown them to him. And basically all he did was tell me he didn't know anything about them, but that I should take care and not go to the graveyard on my own, so he recognized them. Or, it was a very strange time to mention not going to the graveyard. So, it doesn't quite seem like coincidence to me. Could be wrong, but... well. And I've already tried to show them to him again, and it didn't work. So yeah. Seems I'm missing something, I just need to figure out what it is. No? Nothing?
What would the artist do with that?
Yeah, I think I might need a hint, because I'm running out of stuff to do.
It's a piece of brick.
I think I might have found this up a crime scene. But I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since the first day. Sure, there was a technician guy at the start. Does she pronounce it like pizza brick? I guess she might. I'll have to check again. Didn't pay nearly enough attention to it.
It's a piece of brick.
Yeah. It does kind of sound like pizza. Does he want to see it? I have a brick.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Good talk. So, what's this thing? I want pizza too!
There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosley's office. The security cage has been removed by the electrician.
Okay, can I use it? I don't know what temperature would be considered normal. Like, what's room temperature in Fahrenheit? I wouldn't know. 90, okay. Well, seems like that's 90. So, how about that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I want to achieve. Oh, okay. Fine. Apparently I want to set it to 90. So, it would not be room temperature.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's hot in here.
Yes.
Dang, the air conditioning must be on the blink.
Yes.
Are you hot? Man, I'm hot.
Okay. Was that it? Oh! Think I know what I'll be doing. I think I figured it out.
Can I ask you about...
You're the right...
Get me coffee
How
and
about
I'll
getting
go
some-
steal your
No
ID.
way, enough.
Please, please.
How about that? Yes. As far as I know, he is.
Some people are never satisfied.
Okay. Come on. And jacket.
I think I'll just borrow this bag.
I knew it.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing.
Admiring
I
it.
saw something crawling on it.
Just drink this.
Thanks. Tons. I mean it.
Yes. Thanks for the badge. That'll be nice and actually turn it back.
Gabriel decides to give Mosley a break and not change the temperature again.
I was trying to change it back. Like a nice person. Guess I'm not allowed to do that. Fine. Might as well try and be nice to him after stealing from him, but oh. Guess not today. Yeah, probably. So... Knock knock.
May I help you? I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
I have official
You have
business.
official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
I'm a totally legit police person.
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business. Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Miss Getty.
Totally legit. Didn't steal this.
Miss Getty will see you. Right this way. Miss Getty will be down shortly.
What kind of paintings are those? And statues? And isn't it June? Is she trying to set the house on fire? What is this place, honestly? With what? With the statues and stuff? I mean, not saying there's anything wrong with them, but they seem like a weird choice. Alright, so, hello.
This is quite a place.
Thank you. It's been in the family a long time.
That fire is loud.
Done anything exciting lately?
I'm sorry, but I'm very busy. Can we get to the point?
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Getty?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
Okay.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced?
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh. Well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
Ouch.
Are you sure you can't tell me anything about voodoo?
I really don't know much about it. Isn't there some place in town that you can find out about that sort of thing? A museum or something?
I believe there is a museum.
Then maybe you should check there.
Maybe.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
What do you know about
the murders?
And
I'm sure...
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Getty family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now.
Could you not?
Tell me more about New Orleans.
I'm afraid I don't get out into New Orleans society much. Because of the Getty money, we have slots in the best country clubs and on the best Mardi Gras courts. But I must admit, I hate it. I avoid actually making an appearance unless it becomes absolutely necessary.
I know about those courts. They're very exclusive.
Yes, especially when it comes to people of my race. That's why we don't turn down the appointments. It's a rare opportunity to rub their noses in it. But that's not where I spend my time. I have more important things to do with my life.
That's admirable. Many women would love the chance to get caught up in that kind of life.
I'm not any kind of woman you might be familiar with.
Yes, I can see that.
It's admirable not going to things. I mean, maybe she just doesn't want to.
Tell me more about New Orleans.
I don't know what else you want to hear, Detective. Anything you might care to know about my public life you can easily look up in the papers.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
What can you tell me?
I believe it...
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
That's confidential information.
Ah, good one.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
I have heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Getty family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Tell me about your family.
The Gettys? We're a very
Hello.
private family.
How many
doing?
people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you. Or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Gettys in the city. I have a large, extended family.
I see.
Just to point out what was wrong with that, finding out she never knew her dad, and he uses that to hit on both her and her mother who just died. Wow.
Do you have a husband? A boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So, you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I do a lot of charity work around the city, primarily in the prison and reform system. I'm not a professional sociologist, but it does interest me.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a business degree from Vanderbilt. I wanted to study psychology, but my family's interests came first.
Oh? Why not something like law, then? Surely that would have been an asset to the family.
Law? Please, I do have some morals, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
For the record, I'm 28, Detective.
For the record.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a few friends. A woman in my position can't really afford them.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I try to stay away from the media as much as possible. Last year there was that story about John Kennedy Jr. and I. The phone didn't stop ringing for weeks. I prefer to keep my private life private. I would appreciate it if you would keep my name away from any public association with the police, Detective.
Of course.
It's not like I'm an author or
I'd like to
anything.
hear just about anything.
I do a lot of charity work around the city.
Okay.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
Okay. I haven't asked
Do you
more than
know
once
anything
about...
Marie?
I have heard of her, of course.
Okay. Because sometimes he asks, like, are you sure you don't know anything? And, well.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could.
Nope. And flirt with her.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that. Gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective.
That's creepy.
That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
Don't try and bottle people's eyeballs, please.
Be relevant, Miss Getty.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job. I think this has gone on long enough.
Yes.
You're not really a detective, are you?
No.
Well, I am on this case, Miss Getty.
I saw you at the lake yesterday.
Yes.
I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer.
Really now?
Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well,
And
Mr.
I
Knight,
stole
now
its
that we've
badge.
established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Agreed.
Malia, wait. If you take
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert
After all of that? Really? Just give me a chance?
Robert?
Ah.
Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
And to be honest, if you're having that issue, then,
It's getting late.
well,
Gabriel decides to return home for the day.
maybe try and change your tactics up a bit. Because if you're coming over really creepy, that's probably not what you're going for, so yeah. Unless you're trying to be creepy. If you say something along the lines of, like, hey, why did your father leave? Because I'm sure, like, no man would leave either you or your dead mother, who would have been gorgeous based on your face. Maybe the wrong way to try and talk to that lady. Just maybe, but I'm no expert. Or going, hey, I'd make a fortune if I could bottle your eyeballs. Yeah. There are plenty of ways to be creepy.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Kazanu. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Okay.
Great, thanks.
Coffee time.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Malia Getty, or is it just too embarrassing?
Too embarrassing.
Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
Are the stars out tonight?
Is he ignoring
Gabriel,
her?
you don't seriously think she's interested? She
Or
can have
was he
anyone
implying
in the
that...
city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
I really hope he's kidding.
Jealousy, my dear. And you're right. You should be jealous of Malia Getty, as should every woman on this planet.
I really hope he's kidding.
Never mind.
Is he kidding?
I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
I don't think he's kidding.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
Yeah. I've got a feeling he's not kidding based on her reaction. I don't like it. I mean, he can't be serious about that stuff.
Grace?
What's up?
Are you sure you don't know anything else about Marie Laveau?
I told...
Okay, messages.
Do you have messages for me?
Your pal Mosley called. He left a message that they're interrogating a suspect this morning, and you might want to be there.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
Do you have more messages for me?
That man from Germany called again, Wolfgang Ritter. Now he's claiming to be a relative of yours. I took down his number. If you change your mind and want to give him a call back, just ask me for it.
Give me the number?
Can I get that phone number for Wolfgang Ritter?
Sure. I'll give it to you when we're done talking.
Okay.
Do you have more messages for me?
I've given everything to you.
Okay. Research.
Can you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Nothing.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's that phone number.
Thanks.
Alright. So. Oh, it actually says it in his inventory. I didn't know what to expect, but... Wait. That phone number is way too long. I guess... maybe not. But yeah, it's quite a bit of a phone number, so I'll actually write it down on a piece of paper. There. Yeah, it seems like it's an international number since the guy says he's from Germany. He might be lying, but I'm not that good at the number code thingies, so I don't actually know if it's a German number. So, on.
I'm not calling some stranger in Germany. I still don't know who this guy really is.
Alright. Well, I want to call some stranger in Germany, though. Why not? Why wouldn't I call some stranger? I mean, I'm talking to a bunch of strangers all the time in this game. And, I mean, on here.
Times Picayune, dated June 20, 1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural events section, there's a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University. Gabriel's horoscope for the day. An evil eye is upon you. Change course before it's too late.
Lighten up.
Okay. Wait, what was the horoscope?
Under the cultural events section.
Yeah, lecture.
Gabriel's horoscope for the day.
Okay.
An evil eye is upon you.
Lighten up.
So. Thanks for following. And thanks for the follow.
See you later.
See ya.
So, need to go to the park. I mean, it is a fancy coat, but it's definitely going to make him stand out. Unless that was normal in the 90s, but, like, I haven't heard of people still having a bunch of knee-length leather coats hanging around their closets, so somehow I doubt that it was that common.
How's it going today?
What? Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Wow, this is great.
Uh-huh. Just don't, like, blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
I didn't mean to upset you.
Forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and good luck.
Okay. What even is that?
The reconstructed Veve was done for Gabriel by a technical artist.
Yeah, I've got no clue what that is. But I guess I can show it to people and ask them. Someone should be able to figure out what it is, right? I mean, I would hope so. I mean, I'm not sure it means anything, to be honest. I mean, math isn't necessarily my specialty, but... well. Yes. Agreed. So... university? Or the lecture?
It looks like the lecture is just starting. Gabriel decides to record the session.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name Voodoo is actually a banner heading under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of the subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems have. Some of these spirits are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes voodoo so easily adaptable. With all those spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. The one tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices: animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick. Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa. During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa, and this is called being ridden. The human worshiper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god, Ezruli, the mistress of love, Papa Nebo, or Gede, the lord of death, Agwe, the spirit of water, Legba, spirit of the crossroads, and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the lord of destruction.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
Tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called Haunfors. Their priests, Hungan or Bokors. Their priestesses, Mama Loa. In a voodoo Haunfor,
yeah, same here.
A ritual circle marked by a center pole called
it's just so much stuff.
The ritual circle is prepared with a veve, a pattern of symbols. Each tribe's veve is slightly different, consisting of complex symbols that identify their special Loa. During ritual conclaves,
well, I guess I could try and show this guy the
and a Mama Loa,
drawing thingy.
The use of totems or animal masks and markings was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies.
Yeah, I've never fallen asleep during a lecture,
but the
ever.
older sects have abandoned
or at
this
school.
practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves include the ritual gourd or asson, the ritual knife or kubasa.
That knife gives me the chills.
The ritual whip or fouet cache, and the ritual coffin or seke madule.
The ritual coffin has a cross on it?
Optional, called for by the Mama Loa for specific magical rituals. The Mama Loa is the most powerful figure in any voodoo sect. Voodoo is a truly matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited. The Mama Loa is the supreme woman. She, butterflies, fireflies.
And he's asleep.
Firelight. No, Gabriel? What? I can't see. Gabriel, get in.
What?
Man, it's too small for me.
What?
You must get in, Gabriel.
What?
It's not mine. Too small. Hide, Gabriel. Hide. No, no. Let me out. Help.
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Dang it. I wanted to ask him questions. Where'd he go? Yay.
Are you a student?
No.
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Well, you have walked into my private office, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out.
Yes, stare at this thing and be slightly disturbed.
Can you tell me anything about this pattern?
Well, Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Great. I'll be right back.
Alright. That was quick.
Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating Veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself. Each of the symbols in the Veve represents something, a loa, a place. Where did you get this?
Have you heard of the voodoo murders?
No, you're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this Veve is authentic, then?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information. You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Obviously.
Absolutely. But I'm, undercover. You can contact me at the St. George's bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this if you don't mind.
Okay. And I'll show him the other symbols.
Can you tell me anything about this?
No, I've never seen those symbols. Therefore, they're probably meaningless.
Really? Are you sure?
I am never wrong, Mr. Knight.
Never.
Therefore, sure is not in my vocabulary.
He does have quite the ego. Anyways, I've got some stuff to do, so that's gonna be it for today. Should we go raid anyone? And if so, do you guys have any suggestions? Because I don't think anyone I know is live right now. So. There we go. But yeah, literally no one. Alright. And the next stream is going to be on Wednesday. I stream Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, always at the same time. My streams start like 4 hours ago. So, yes. Okay, I'll look that person up. Alright, sure. So. Seems like that's one of the Indiana Jones games I've already played, so. Seems good. Alright, I'll get the raid ready. There we go. So, thanks for watching. I'll be streaming again on Wednesday, as I said. So, I'll see you guys then. Have a nice week. Bye.